In the name of Allah, the most compassionate, the most merciful. My name is Abdul Khalik Darwish. We have been listening from different sources, from all the wise people, that the tongue must be kept under control because our tongue is a double edged sword. Our tongue is something which can benefit us a lot. Our tongue is something which can harm us a lot, which can harm someone else a lot. Tongue is really something, a very, very sensitive organ in the body. So, if at all this be the case, if our tongue is a double edged sword indeed, then we must be careful enough, we must be skilled enough in using it. We must have a kind of control over our tongue. Because if at all we don't have a control over tongue, if at all we don't have a control over a double edged sword, what is going to happen? What might happen then? We will be creating problems, troubles for we ourselves as well as for our loved one. And if at all by the use of this tongue a problem is created by someone else, they might become our enemy. So it is really important to gain a good amount of control over our tongue. So how to do that? How to do that? Why? Because many of the people know it, that our tongue is a double edged sword, that we do have to keep it under control. Despite all that, very few of the people have really got control over their tongue. Overwhelming majority does not have a good amount of control over their tongue. Maybe we are found thinking that I don't have to say this, but yet a sort of situation arises where we blurt out something upon which we should have kept quiet. Does it happen, by the way? Later on, we have to regret and repent. We are found seeking apology from the people. We are doing this thing and that thing to get our error or mistake forgiven by someone else, but they are not found so ready to forgive us. Plus, it is not as easy for us as well to seek a straightforward apology. There are fewer people in there are fewer people here in our society who are so readily who are so readily seeking the apology from the people if they think that they have done something wrong. Many of the people fail to do that despite knowing that whatever they did was the wrong thing and they should not have done it. Now they keep praying and thinking that this person does not notices whatever I said. They try to downplay it, and they want the affectee to ignore this, but it rarely happens that the affectee does not take cognizance or does not take notice. Even if at all they are not showing an apparent reaction, yet they do feel, they do keep in their mind because they have felt it and they have felt it very badly. Now it is very difficult and sometimes impossibly difficult to erase it from their memory. My dear friends and fellows, our tongue is a double-edged sword. Indeed, we must be having a very good amount of control over it. Simply accepting this thing that my tongue is something very sensitive, very dangerous. It might turn into something very dangerous. It is a double-edged sword indeed. Simply knowing it is not enough. I think we need to have a kind of concrete mechanism about how to gain the real control over our tongue. Now, dear friends and fellows, how to do that is the topic of our today, and the trouble is the thing is that we need to know first how does it happen, by the way, what is the mechanism behind it, why we are we were thinking that I don't have to say it, yet I have blurted it out, which I should not have done it. What I did was absolutely nonsense. Now, my dear friends and fellows, how to do that? Firstly, we need to understand that whatever is being uttered, whatever is coming out of my mouth, does not gets produced here inside my mouth. There is nothing inside the tongue which produces the bad ideas. There is nothing inside my tongue as well as that of your tongue which produces the words. It is actually produced here in the mind. Whatever words we are found delivering, we are found communicating, does not get produced neither inside my mouth nor inside my tongue. Rather, it is produced here in the mind. This is something what we need to understand first and foremost. If at all it is produced here, whether it is good or bad, if it is produced here, I think we need to control the things from here. And if at all we do make a very serious attempt to control the thing from the very basis of it, that is called our mind, where the thoughts are generated, where the conceptions are formed, where the words are produced. I think we need to control it from here. How to do that? How to do that? How to control it from here? I think that firstly we need to know whatever is being produced, either good or bad, why why does it, how does it happen, how the good things are being formed and created from here, how the bad ideas, the bad concept and the bad words are being produced here. Firstly we need, now let's understand it. I think it is the thoughts. What is this? This is the thought. The kind of thoughts we are having. If at all we are having a positive thought, then I think the positive words will be coming out. If at all we are having a negative thought, then the toxic words will be coming out of our mouth. So, if at all, how to confine ourselves to the positive thoughts only? I think we can do that simply by putting ourselves in the shoes of the other person, by putting ourselves in the shoes of the other person, by putting my loved one into the shoes of that particular person. If at all we succeed in doing this, which is quite feasible, I think what is going to happen then? I think the positive words, the positive ideas, the positive thoughts will be produced, and the positive words will be created. The positive words will keep coming out from my mouth, from your mouth, and there will be no such situation as blurting out the bad ideas, the bad words, the bad thing.